it's Mel, and I'm back with another video, a different video. Okay guys, in this video I'm just going to talk to you guys about my first year experience in occupational therapy school. I'm in a master's program in New York, and I'm a second year now, guys. Like boy, did I not think I would make it here, but by the grace of God, I am a second year, and I'm in my first week of my second year as I'm filming. I actually just got out of class, but you know, I have a list of questions that people have asked me that I think would be really good to kind of put out there on YouTube for anyone looking to go to OT school, for anyone who has any questions that cannot be answered through the school website and stuff like that. Just my overall experience and, you know, how I made it, guys. How I made it. So first thing I'm gonna get into is these questions. Okay, so the first question I have written down here is the most basic question that people ask about OT. What is OT? Okay guys, so occupational therapy is a type of rehabilitation where we help people with all kinds of diseases, disorders, impairments, and disabilities regain their strength through the use of daily occupations. And daily occupations could consist of anything like brushing your teeth, combing your hair, caring for your dog, or taking your child to school. Those are your daily occupations that you do every day. And sometimes due to illnesses or disability, you guys may lose those occupations, and you may not think about it because it hasn't happened to you. But you know, like, life can get crazy. For example, you have a stroke and you cannot use your whole one side of your body. It'll be me, an occupational therapist, will help you regain that strength to do the things that you love every single day. So yeah, that's just a brief synopsis of what OT is. Also, why did I choose OT? Listen, let me tell you the kind of learner I am. Okay, I need to do something and then I need to say if I like it. I just don't see something and be like, oh, that would be good for me to do. Like, I have to just do it. So I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I started out as a PT student. No offense to all my PT people out there. That thing boring, okay? It's boring. Like, boring. That was like, I did outpatient for my observation hours, and it was so boring. I hated it. The PTs that were really nice that I worked with, but I wanted to sleep like every time. But so I did that and I didn't like it. I thought it was boring, so I, you know, revisited the drawing board. I kind of liked the aspect of helping people. I didn't want to deal with blood too much, stuff like that, bodily fluids. So I was like, let me look into OT. And I did a lot of research on it on my own, and I realized maybe this is something I'd like to do. So I sought after many internships, observation, volunteer hours, and I totally fell in love with it. Like, I loved my peds observation. Those kids were really, really cute and cool. Only thing about peds is the parents. But I also loved my outpatient, like in sensory gyms and stuff. I didn't get to do any inpatient, which is sad, and that's the funny part, that I do want to work in a hospital inpatient with spinal cord and stroke victims and stuff like that. So we'll see when I get to my fieldwork level 2 if I get to, you know, dabble in that a little bit. My next question I have is, how long was the application process? Child. So I graduated in 2017. I didn't start school until 2018, so I took a year off. So in that year off, I worked and I saved, and I was able to save enough to pay for my first year of OT school, and it was cool. I really needed that year off. I really need to get my mind right, and especially because my dad had cancer and he was sick at the time, so I used that time to just bond with him and spend with him. So I do not regret it. And basically I used the OTCAS. I'm gonna link that down below if you guys don't really know what that is. It's the application system to apply to all OT programs in the nation, and you use that. You have to, it's a lot of money, guys. It's a lot. I probably spent $700 on OTCAS. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of work, because if you don't do everything right, then you have to like start over. It's a crazy process. But yeah, make sure you have the money, make sure you have the application ready to go, no errors, and your essays. There's a lot of essay writing, and have someone read it over. I definitely had my sister read mine over, and my boyfriend, so before submitting it, and I definitely thought that was helpful. But in the year that I took off, I had applied to school and I was waitlisted, and then I got in. But then I was like, no, my dad's sick, I'm not gonna go to school right now. That don't really make any sense for me. It's too much stress. You got to know yourself, guys. So I did it, and then I reapplied the next year and I got in. So that was definitely, you know, what's yours is yours. I felt like this was meant for me. So the next thing I have written here is the prereqs. Okay, so all my people out there who is in undergrad, and you're looking at prereqs, do not let these college advisors mess you up. Find the school you want to go to, find the program you want to go to, print out their prereqs, and tailor your undergraduate experience to that school or to that program. Because if I were to follow whatever my advisor said, I would not be sitting here right now. And that's a fact, period. That's fact. So I got that piece of paper, I printed it out, and I went to my advisor meeting, and she's like, oh, do this, this, and this. I'm like, no sis, I'm doing this, this, and this, and this. And she's like, oh, you can't handle it. Oh, you need this grade. Oh, are you sure you're gonna get in? Like, those, what is a college advisor anyways? They're just full of doubt. Like, I can't. But yeah, I did my thing. Did all my prereqs. The only one I didn't do was bio, because I listened to the damn advisor and she was like, oh, you don't need bio, just do anatomy. And then I graduated, and then the school was like, oh, you need bio. So I had to go back to like a community college, and I did bio. It was super, super easy, especially going through anatomy, chemistry, all statistics, all these harder classes. Bio was like nothing. So you need a lot of sciences. I think it's anatomy, 2 anatomies, 2 chemistries, 2 physics, 1 statistics, abnormal psychology, developmental psychology, writing, math, but the statistics could also cover as your math. And yeah, you need to like not have a lesser grade than a B. But I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I took anatomy and I got a D, like a D, like bad. Like, anatomy was hard. Coming straight out of undergrad and thinking I knew how to study, thinking I knew my learning style, and then jumping into anatomy, I was like, oh nah. Okay, so really try to tune in and tap into yourself and figure out, what is my learning style? How do I like to learn? You know, and after doing that, I figured out my learning style is very hands-on. If I could touch it and I could do it, then I can learn it. Like writing stuff out, doing hands-on. So you guys know I did my thing in lab, but sometimes the other stuff was very hard for me. But yep, no shame in my game. I'm here and I'm killing it. So but I definitely say learn how you learn. Figure out what is your best way to learn, and don't have any shame in retaking courses. I took that D, I swallowed it, and I was like, this ain't happening to me again. And I took the class over and I got a B+. So yeah, claps, claps, claps. So the next thing I have is about my actual program. Like I said, I'm located in New York. It's my first question I have written down. It says, do you commute? You're gonna be like, this girl is crazy. So I live in Queens and I commute to Long Island about 2 hours max with bad traffic to my school every day. So that's 4 hours of driving every day. I'm like, y'all probably like, yo, this girl's crazy. Why would you do that? I literally just had to weigh my options. Like I said, my dad had cancer, and at this point in time that I'm filming this, he has passed. And it's just me and my mom, and I didn't feel like I was in the headspace to want to move out to and be on campus. I didn't want to collect that bill anyways, and I already told you guys I worked and I saved money to pay for my first year. So for me, I was like, let me test it out and see how it is. All my teachers was like, maybe you shouldn't do that. People will be like, oh my god, why are you doing that? But guys, like I said, you got to do you. You have to do what's best for you. Like, and I did it, and your baby girl got a 3.7. okay, I am here. I did what I had to do. I literally would record my notes, would record myself talking, and I'll play on my phone over my Bluetooth and listen to what I'm saying over and over again. With stoplights, I'll glance at flashcards. Like, do what you have to do to be successful. At the end of the day, that's what you're gonna have to do. Don't care about what people think. Do what you have to do. And my year kind of ended weird because, you know, COVID-19 and everything like that. So the second half of the spring semester was online, and boy, do I hate this online thing. But you know, COVID was a blessing to some and a plague to others, and that's just what it is. That's 100% how it is. Like, you may be like, why would you say that's a blessing? Because literally some people benefited greatly from COVID and some people didn't benefit at all. Like, it tore people's lives apart, and that's just what it is. So like I said, I'm gonna be honest with y'all in here. But yeah, so that's my commute, my story about commuting. The next question I have here is, what was your first semester like? My first semester started last year this time, June. I walk in and I'm like, damn, I'm the only brown egg in the carton right now. As per usual, I don't know why I'm acting surprised. So yeah, out of my whole graduating class, it is 4 black students and probably, I'm gonna say 8 or 9 people of color. So not just black students, but yeah, it's 4 of us. And I walked in and I was like, wow, that's, yeah, it's a little bit uncomfortable. But like I said, coming from a private undergrad school with plenty non-people of color, it wasn't anything brand new to me. So I walked in and they told us that our first classes were some theories of occupational therapy and anatomy. And I was like, anatomy again? So I just took my L and I did the anatomy class. It was cool. I liked it. I got really close with all of my classmates and I love them. And if any of you guys are watching this, I love y'all. So yeah, I love all of my classmates and everybody's super helpful. One thing I could definitely say about my classmates in particular is that they're not selfish. Like, if they could help you with something or if they have some notes, everybody is willing to hold everybody down. Like, that's it. I can honestly say that my classmates are the real MVPs. Like, okay, so, but yeah, that's what it was like. It was summertime, so I was traveling back and forth in the heat. We have 2 campuses in my program, so I'm on the furthest campus, but for that summer we were all on the same campus, so that was cool. Lab was a hot mess because it was a lot of us and it was hot and it was just, you know. But anyways, overall I did really well and I made some great connections and made some great forever friends, so that's good. The next question I have is, did you buy textbooks, like just going in? So of course I'm a newbie, I'm a freshman, I'm mad excited. Of course I bought textbooks. I bought all the damn textbooks, and there was only one textbook that I could say I reference now, and that is the APA style writing textbook. And APA is hard for me, but yeah, I have that textbook and I reference it from time to time. Moving after that first semester, I did not buy a textbook because I started to realize that the teachers' PDFs were all you needed to do well in the class. But the textbooks was a nice like little reference in case you know, you needed that, but I didn't need that. And I also, you could find PDFs. Find PDFs of your textbooks. Do not buy textbooks. Yeah, it might be a little illegal, but still. Find those PDFs. I'm telling you, it will save you a lot of money and a heartache, all right? Especially if you turn around and not need the book anyways. So go ahead and do that. That's my advice on that. Next question I have here is, what was your hardest class of the year? Definitely my hardest class of the year was kinesiology. Okay, so people might be like, oh, why not neuroscience? Neuroscience was pretty cool. I love the teacher, how he taught. I love how the teacher taught. He was very thorough, fast, and answer your questions pretty clear. Everything was straightforward for neuro. Kines, great teacher too. Straightforward. Loved her too. But some of the concepts was very hard for me to grasp. Like, some of the things I couldn't like touch and do and see and make those connections for myself. And I had a really hard time with the exams. The lecture exams, not the lab killing it, because like I said, I'm a tactile learner. It was good for me, but the lecture exams was really hard. And what I found that I had to do was write things over and over and over and over and over again and make connections. This equals to this, to this, to this, to this. If this happened, this happens, this happens, and this happens. I needed to make those connections and write things over and over and study in a group. I also decided not to commute. Like if I had exams, I would stay out there either with a classmate in like their dorm, or I would rent an Airbnb and stay out there and just get in the zone. Sometimes you have to make these sacrifices. You just get in the zone and do what you got to do. And that's what I did, and it worked out for me. So yeah, had a few breakdowns with anatomy. I think, not anatomy, kines, 2 breakdowns, like on the floor crying. Like, it's true. Next question I have is, how was your first fieldwork experience? Fieldwork was really good. My fieldwork was in a mental health setting. I took a mental health class in the fall. It was very interesting. I'm very interested in mental health and how, as a society, we help those people of that community and how we treat them and stuff. So, and being placed in a community living center with these people with these diagnoses like schizophrenia, bipolar, was kind of scary to me at first. But once I got there, I'm like, these people are just people. Like, they had some hard lives. They had some bad shit happen to them. And because of their, you know, disorders and diseases and predispositions, they are here. It could have been any one of us. It could have been me. It could have been you. So try, like, not to be judgmental with the people in the mental health field. They're great. They're funny. They're just like me and you. They just have a little bit more things to work on and need a little bit more help than me and you. So try to keep that in mind if you ever come across someone with this kind of disorder or problems. And, you know, I enjoyed it. I met a lot of different characters. I got to see how different diagnoses play out in different individuals, different ages. And it was great. I was located out in Long Island somewhere. I don't want to give out specifics. But yeah, I enjoyed it. And I was one of the first people, like groups of people to go. So like the way my school does it is like this group goes to field work, then this group goes to field work, then this. I was the first group. And I enjoyed it. And I had one of my good old classmates, Ashley, with me. She was so good. We were like a super team. We had it. It was good. But yeah, I enjoyed it. The next question I have is, what was the biggest lesson that you learned? The biggest lesson that I learned through my first year of Masters of Occupational Therapy was, you have to do what you have to do. Like, literally. You may have learned that in other ways or heard that said in other times and situations, but in this situation specifically, like, I had to do what I had to do. Like, if I was commuting 4 hours a day, that's what I had to do. And I couldn't watch nobody's face. I couldn't watch face. I couldn't watch, be like, what they thought about that or who thought about that. I couldn't, if I had to spend this many hours studying, that's what I had to do. If I needed a break and I need to go out and get a drink, that's what I need to do. You have to do what you need to do, and you cannot watch people and listen to what people have to say. And I'm gonna say this, especially like your parents or people that's not in school, right? Because those people they want to be like, oh, just do it, it can't be that hard, like there's so many people that do it, da, 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 da. Like, your challenge is specific to you. Your challenge is your challenge. Like, do not let people's words get you down. Focus. Tunnel vision. And that was my biggest lesson of my first year. Tunnel vision, tunnel vision, tunnel vision. Surround yourself with positivity and people that can help get you to that next level. Like, you don't need any negativity during this time because the stress levels are extremely high, and that's only school. And you gotta think about, you have other aspects of life. Like, so if my levels for school was like here, my home levels was like here, and like, you know, losing my dad, missing him and stuff, like, guys, up here. And then, you know, friend levels here. Like, it was just a lot. And if I allowed myself to listen to all the I would have definitely succumbed to all that stress and not be where I'm at right now. So definitely do what you gotta do. Tunnel vision, positivity, guys. Those are my biggest lessons. So my next question says, how did I feel throughout the program? Throughout the program, I definitely felt from the staff in the school itself that, okay, I'm not gonna say the school, I'm gonna say the staff, like our teachers, I definitely felt like they cared about us. I definitely felt they cared if we passed. They knew our names. It's very intimate, and that's how I definitely felt. Like teachers would come to me and be like, Melissa, I see that you had struggles with this. Like, do you have any questions? And if you wanted to talk to a teacher, they always made time for you. Like, that's how I felt from my professor's point of view. From my classmates, like I said, they're the real MVPs. Okay, they're the real MVPs. Like for me personally, I felt down at some points, like, damn, I'm not doing as best as I could. I need to push harder. I need to do more. I'm a failure. Like, definitely those thoughts crossed my mind. And if you're going into this program, maybe those thoughts will cross your mind. But like I said, those thoughts, they're normal. How you react and your behaviors to those thoughts is what sets you apart from moving forward or being stuck. So I thought those times, and I would be like, no, I'm shaking this off and I'm gonna try something new. I'm gonna try something else, you know, to be better, to not feel this way. So yeah, that is how I felt about the program. So far so good. But when COVID came in, my kind of thoughts, you know, changed, because like I said, we all didn't expect this. This is a pandemic. Like, we did not expect any of this to happen. The teachers didn't expect it, the school didn't expect it, and I definitely felt like my school and my professors did their best to help us, you know, continue to learn and move along in our program. But like I said, it was just, the online thing is not for everyone, and it's definitely not for me. So the next question is, how did COVID-19 affect your school? So things that happened, we went home, like we were sent home, and we had to do class on Zoom. And although my classmates are the real MVP, some of them are not too chatty, especially just even in class. Like, they're not too chatty. Like, you have the chatty bunch in the class, and I'm definitely a part of it, the chatty bunch. So like, even on Zoom, the teacher would ask something and it would just be like, that can be kind of annoying, especially when you want the class to just finish, you know what I mean? Like, you on this damn computer screen for mad long, and you just want the class to finish, and nobody's saying anything, so it's just quiet and it just drags. Like, that was the worst part of this whole online learning situation for me, because I'm like, this is dragging, and I hate that. I don't like when things drag. I like things to be hot and spicy, and, you know, have great tempo and space and pace. So that was not it. The test taking was online. That was something else. What else? Now, and we're in the second year and we're still online because of COVID-19, and we're taking a hands-on practical class, like with transfers and, you know, moving patients around and putting them in wheelchairs and into the shower and stuff, just doing transfers and stuff like that, blood pressure and things of that sort. And it's like, damn, like, I was really looking forward to this class, and now it's online, and it kind of like sucks. But I'm trying to do my best to give it as much as I can give it, because this is something that's really, really important, and I will be doing it, you know, in real life. So, and that leads me into my next question, which basically says, like, did you feel like all of the classes you took are applicable? I mean, the professors say they are, but then some of them I don't. I have a cousin who's an OT, and I would ask her some of these stuff, and she's like, you'll never have to use that again, or you'll never need to know that in the actual field. And I'm like, damn, why are we wasting our time? But whatever. Like, there's some classes that I was just like, this is pointless. And there's other classes like, love this shit, right? Okay. The next question I have is, well, I think this is the next and the last question. How do outside stressors affect your performance throughout your first year? Yeah, I definitely spoke on this a little bit before when I was talking about just the different levels of stress throughout my life, and you cannot succumb to them. They will throw you off your game. and then you will be like, wow, where do I go from here? So my best stress reliever for me was going out to eat, linking up with my girls, going to the bar with my classmates and getting food, doing my hair and makeup. I really like that, calms me down. Like sitting in front of the mirror and just beautifying yourself is such a stress reliever. And when you're done, you're like, who's that girl? La, 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 la. But yeah, like, you feel me? Like, find out what things that help you relieve stress and your best coping mechanisms that are healthy. Okay, you don't want to be out here drinking and smoking every time you got a test coming up. And, you know, apply that so that it can definitely help you throughout this program. It's really important to create bonds with your classmates, guys. Like, if you're going into the program, don't be shy. Create those friendships, because I'm telling you right now, my classmates have helped me more than anyone when it comes to this program. Like, they're like a family to me. So make sure you guys do the same thing. I did have a buddy. You know, a buddy is supposed to guide you and let you know and ask questions, but yeah, I'm not even going to talk about that. Didn't really get much out of my buddy, but I'm a buddy now to someone else who's a first year, and I'm super excited, and I cannot wait to reach out to her or him, not sure, you know, you never know these days. I'm gonna reach out to them and see what I can do to help and let them know that I got them for life. Feel me? But yeah, so that is just my experience throughout this first year, and I just want to shout out to my cohort. Love you guys. Stay up. I want to shout out my friends that, you know, let me practice on them, be my fake patients, like my friends at home. And shout out my boyfriend, who's always and ever so supportive, and my family. So I will see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, subscribe. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys about every aspect of my life, not just how to look beautiful. Okay, all aspects. And if you have any questions about OT school, about my specific program, about the school that I go to, about some other different challenges that I didn't address in this video, then comment down below, or you can email me to ask me any specific questions. I'd love to help you guys out, because I definitely wish there was someone to help me. I didn't even talk to you guys about my whole interview process. Child, like, that process was brutal. Like I said, if you have any questions that I did not address in this video, email me, comment down below, and click subscribe. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. I got y'all, don't worry. I'll see you in my next video, and thank you guys for watching. Peace.